I'm always looking for new ideas to really celebrate vegetables like the eggplant. And luckily, Kathy Staples is here to show us a beautiful Greek-inspired dish here. It's not inspired, it is Greek.
We're calling this Melitzanes Imam. And it's a dish that came to us probably from the Turkish influence. Yeah. That's what the Imam comes from, and that was the ruler, and he loved this particular dish. But this is my version of Melitzanes Imam.
I've heard he loved this dish so much he fainted.
He fainted, and I think that you're going to faint once you try this too.
So. Okay, let's get started.
So the first thing I'm going to do is drizzle my eggplants generously with olive oil and get them quickly into the oven because I want to brown them off.
And you've left a little stalk on here for presentation.
Absolutely, because as I always say, Justine, and you've heard me say this before, you eat with your eyes first.
Oh, fantastic.
I think they're ready. There's enough olive oil there, I think. Then I'm going to pop them straight into a moderately hot oven, fan forced.
Okay. So while Kathy's popping them into the oven, I'm just chopping some spring onions.
And then, Justine, once you've done that, what I'd like you to do is sauté the brown onions in the pan, add the garlic, add the tomato paste, add the tomatoes. Slowly, slowly, I'm going to give you some herbs, and what I'm going to do is prepare my breadcrumbs for the eggplants because we want these breadcrumbs to have lots of flavour. We don't want to just add breadcrumbs into that mixture on the bottom. So I'm going to zest some lemon in here.
And we're using panko crumbs, but this is a great way to use up some old bread if you've got
absolutely,
it.
Absolutely.
For this recipe. So I'll get the pan on and more olive oil.
More olive oil. So this particular dish, Justine, falls into the category of what we call ladera. Ladi in Greek means oil. So it's a dish that is fundamentally made with lots of olive oil because there's no meat in it, and the basis is vegetables, herbs, and oil, just packed with flavour and good quality olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm going to, in the panko breadcrumbs, I've added the lemon zest, but I'm also going to grate in this some garlic.
So I'm just coating those onions in the oil. Lots of garlic.
10 cloves to be specific.
10 cloves?
10 cloves. Maybe we should call it the 10-clove Melitzanes Imam.
I think we should. Kathy, this is softened nicely.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. A little bit of colour, which is flavour. And I'm going to mix my herbs with my lemon zest, garlic and panko crumbs, and then you're going to add the tomatoes and tomato paste into that.
Okay. And I guess we just need to cook this down for another 5 to 10 minutes to soften.
That's it.
And we'll also wait for our eggplants to finish cooking in the oven.
Justine, they've just come out of the oven. Look how lovely and golden and soft they are. Look at that. They've absorbed the olive oil. Now, I need you to finish off this now by adding the fresh herbs and the spring onions into this mixture. While you're doing that, give it a good stir. I'm going to start the fun part. Now, this is what we're going to do with these eggplants. We get a spoon and we just, because they're nice and soft, it's easy to do. We're going to cut down the centre and we're going to mush it all up like that, using my spoon like that, see? There's a bit of moisture here.
Yes.
That's why we're using the breadcrumbs. It'll absorb the excess moisture and give it some flavour as well.
So the breadcrumbs don't go on the top.
No,
they go in the centre.
You can put some on the top afterwards if you want to, but the key to this is to absorb all the excess moisture on the bottom.
I love that little trick.
I think it's time for me to season these eggplants, Justine, so I'm just going to add a little bit of salt because eggplants are like a sponge, so we have to just constantly be seasoning them.
Absolutely.
A little bit of salt. And then I'm going to add the breadcrumbs to this as well, and then you're going to add the filling.
About a tablespoon worth?
Roughly, for each eggplant. Now add your filling.
Okay, so we'll add a few.
Quite a bit, generous spoons.
So good. And Kathy, how long are we going to cook these in the oven for now?
We really just need to finish them off in the oven and bring all the flavours together. So I don't think it will need more than about 30 minutes or so.
Very nice. These look so good, Kathy.
They're good, Justine, I have to say. But the proof is in the pudding. I think we should try some. Let's take that one there.
Yeah, and they're very soft, so you want to be delicate when you move them.
Spoon them onto our plate.
Okay.
Then I want you to drizzle with some extra virgin olive oil.
Fantastic.
Lavera, which is an olive oil-based dish.
That's right.
And, of course, because we eat with our eyes, we're going to add some parsley on top of it. And I think we should also crumble some feta.
Yes, please. It just looks fantastic with the feta too, doesn't it?
And you just let it fall all over your plate. It doesn't matter. This is what it's all about.
Let's have a taste.
Okay. Ooh. See how soft the flesh is?
And that's the thing with eggplant. It becomes so meaty and unctuous, if you like, after it's cooked with lots of olive oil.
It's a sponge, so it absorbs all the flavours. I'm just so happy that I had the chance to make this for you.
Oh, thanks, Kathy. You're so beautiful.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Enjoy and Kali Oriksi, everybody.
Whatever she said.